Welcome to Reflections of Grace, a quiet space where Scripture and seasons meet. Here, healing flows through forest paths, journal echoes, and the rhythm of nature. Join me in walking slowly, listening deeply, and finding grace in every step.
Autumn teaches us to let go, leaves fall, seasons shift, and silence settles in. But healing doesn't always come in quiet. It sometimes sprouts from the scar. This reflection continues our journey through Ecclesiastes 3. Verses 9 through 17 invites us to consider the toil, the burden, the beauty, and the justice of God. As I walked this morning, I pondered what these verses mean in my life today, what they reveal about grace, resilience, and the sacredness of surviving. Come walk with me. Let's listen together. Today's focus is Ecclesiastes 3:9-17 from the New International Version, the toil and the testimony. What do workers gain from their toil? I have seen the burden God has laid on the human race. He has made everything beautiful in its time. He has also set eternity in the human heart. Yet no one can fathom what God has done from beginning to end. I know that there is nothing better for people than to be happy and to do good while they live. That each of them may eat and drink and find satisfaction in all their toil. This is the gift of God. I know that everything God does will endure forever. Nothing can be added to it and nothing taken from it. God does it so that people will fear Him. Whatever is has already been, and what will be has been before. And God will call the past to account. And I saw something else under the sun. In the place of judgment, wickedness was there. In the place of justice, wickedness was there. I said to myself, God will bring into judgment both the righteous and the wicked. For there will be a time for every activity, a time to judge every deed. As I walked this morning, Ecclesiastes 3:9-17 stirred within me. Verse 9 asks, "What do workers gain from their toil?" I pondered briefly, and I saw the answer in the trees, the garden, and the forest. The beauty God has entrusted to us, my labor, my care, my tending, it's not in vain, a gift to witness creation and to participate in its flourishing. Verse 10 speaks of burden, and I thought of Eden, of the choice that broke our perfect communion. Yet even in brokenness, I am not forsaken. My morals, my faith, my longing to honor God's desire for my life, they carry me. When I feel overwhelmed, I remember I am heard, I am held. Grace comforts me. Verse 11 reminds me that eternity is the dream. The limitations of this life are real, but so is the promise of eternal beauty. I cannot fathom all that God has done, but I have eternity to learn His grace. With verse 12, I noted it celebrates joy, but I've learned that pain teaches too. Through tribulation, I've gained the most precious truth. I survived, and in surviving, I've learned to love others in their pain. Verse 13 affirms this. There is satisfaction in toil, not just in the outcome, but in knowing God walked beside me through every step. He allows us to succeed. That is His gift. Verse 14 speaks of fear, but I hear reverence. God's actions are eternal. He is love. To revere Him is to live in awe, not dread. Verse 15, my spirit simply said, "Yep." Sometimes truth needs no elaboration. This provided a peaceful smile as I meandered through the woods. Verses 16 and 17 brought me to the world's pain. Oppression, discrimination, cruelty masked as righteousness. I grieve the misuse of Scripture to justify supremacy. That is not Christ. The New Testament speaks of love, inclusion, mercy. And though change feels distant, I believe in kindness. I believe in standing firm. I believe in God's justice. Verse 17 ends with hope. God will judge every deed, and my heart trusts that He will reward each soul with truth, grace, and love. The toil and the testimony. The path may be steep, the burden may feel heavy, but grace walks beside us. There is grace in the broken places, in the toil, in the ache, in the quiet survival. God walks with us, not just in triumph, but in the trembling. As the leaves fall and the season shifts, I hold on to reverence. I hold on to hope. Thank you for walking with me today. May your own path be lit with grace, and may your heart find rest in the promise of eternity. Ecclesiastes reminds me, justice will come, love will endure, and grace will grow, even here. As we close, I invite you to pause. As you listen, ask yourself, what has your toil taught you? Where has grace met you in the ache? And as the leaves fall, what are you ready to release? May these questions walk with you. May grace meet you in the quiet, and may your heart find rest in the promise of eternity. Thank you for walking with me today. If you want to continue walking with me, please stay and enjoy my walk musically with grace in the broken.
In its time He makes the morning golden, the broken branch to bloom. He hides the whole of heaven inside a quiet room. I walk with hope unspoken through seasons yet unknown, and trust the time He chooses to call the beauty home. Light in the shadowed room, hope in the ache of labor, joy where the sorrows bloom. He walks the path of justice, He holds the final day, and plants eternity where hearts still learn to pray.
The work beneath my fingers, the ache that sings of grace, the quiet joy of knowing I've walked a sacred place. Not for the crown or harvest, but for the hand I hold. He gives the gift of labor and walks me through the fold. He gives the bread with laughter, the work that wears my name, the joy not in the harvest, but walking through the flame. Grace in the broken places, light in the shadow.
justice. He holds the final day and plans eternity, where hearts still learn to pray. He sees the hearts that tremble. He hears the silent plea. He holds the scales of mercy and sets the captive free. In every time appointed, in every sacred space, He walks with holy justice and meets us there with grace. He sees the law distorted, the gavel turned to stone, the cries of those forsaken who stand the trial alone. He gathers every sorrow, each harassed soul He knows, and writes their names in mercy, where living water flows. And on the day of judgment, when all is brought to light, the hearts that long for heaven will rise in robes of white. He has made everything beautiful in its time. Let the ache become a prayer. Let the prayer become a song. And let the song become a doorway to the one who holds it all.